Yeah, okay, that looks right. Hello, hello. Is that on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, yeah, now it's updating. I should be seeing this, but I'm not. That's because this isn't on. Now I am, and I'm seeing the Dreamcast screen. And we just adjusted this laser. Everything says it's excellent. So now we're gonna go here. Gonna go play. Why does it say that if it's still spinning the shit out of this disc? You got 2 Dreamcasts left. It spins up like it is happy and then it gives up. Yeah, it gives up, so now we go here and tell me to insert the disc. Okay, we're gonna adjust it again. That fan is super loud. Like super loud. So what we'll do, we got 2 of these puppies right here. Just adjust to this little nut a little bit more. See what that reads at. That's a little bit better. I need to tweak it that same direction a little bit more, but we'll see. It's I think the range for this is supposed to be about 800 to 1,000, and Come on, Sega Dreamcast, you can do it. Ooh, that sounds good. This disc is really rough, though. This is the only disc I got for this thing. And I'm gonna guess that's a no-go. That's a no-go. The fan on this thing is ungodly loud, which is also just awesome. Tiny bit more, tiny bit more. Let's see what this does for us. We're just adjusting this laser, checking the resistance. Should be somewhere between, when we started we were at 820. We tried 600, we tried 500. I'm trying to get it closer to 800, more like 700. And it's just like such tiny adjustments that need to be made to get there. But, wish I had the little tiny probes. There's 780. Is that going to be enough? I kind of want to move it a tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. 720. That's where I want it. I want it like 100 less. Like just 100 less. No more, no less. And we'll also get a Q-tip here. And our alcohol. And we're going to clean off the laser. Make sure it's nice and clean. Make sure that's clean. Put that on. It sounds like it's doing the same thing. This fan is so loud. And this one, it's so loud. Oh my god. Sounds like it's about to frickin' take off. You know what? We could, to rule this out, we can try a CD. This will play CDs, won't it? Like, this is a very clean CD. If it reads this, then I think we get a much better game. Huh. It plays, doesn't do anything. Assuming it's not reading it then. Let's try this on. Try the same thing on this one. And then we'll probably just have to figure out what lasers this takes and get new lasers. I know it could be true that the problem really is capacitors on the logic board. I'm gonna have to look into that as well. But for now, I'm looking at. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it sounds the same, even with this. It goes like like it's like, I know there's a disc there, I don't know what it is. I know there's a disc there, I don't know what it is. Just over and over and over again. Yo, what's up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Rusty, what is going on, brother? I think we have determined that these two Dreamcasts need new lasers. I know that I'm glad you can too. I'm glad you can. Let's change that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I want to go as far as replacing these capacitors and seeing if that fixes the lasers? Or do I just want to order new lasers? Oh, this is a cap kit that's for ceramics. Is there really bad ceramics? Ceramic capacitors on Sega Dreamcast? It seems highly unlikely. Let's see what they say in Console Repair. My Dreamcast won't read this, and I'm wondering what the best deck would be to spin up, and I've tried adjusting the little screw. And should I replace the entire GD-ROM or try something else? If I replace it, any suggestions? This common issue is the heat inside the console lifts up on the GD-ROM, and the capacitors inside the GD-ROM go bad. Yeah. Here's a tutorial about it in French. Use Google Translate. You can buy a full recap kit and replacement chip for cheaper than... Yeah. Second one didn't help. Ha, that's true. That's right. When I fix this stuff for the game store, I tell him, like, dude, you need to be like when I do Game Gears for him. You know how much work it is to do Game Gear? It's like 30 capacitors. I'm like, dude, you better be selling this thing as recapped, because if you're not, you're missing out on a lot of money. Because Recapping those suck, and the labor in it's a lot. So you might as well get your money's worth. You'll need 3 of those. This thing also needs a new fan. It is so loud. Well, one thing we can do... Which one we got plugged in? Oh, none of them. Well, that's a problem. So we'll plug this one in. And we'll check our voltages coming out of the... So, oh, they actually marked the board for this. That's pretty nifty. So we should have 12 volt here. It would help if I put my meter on the right mode. 12 volt here. You're being really weird, meter. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Yeah, 12 volt looks good. 5 volt looks good. Yeah, voltages are definitely good. Which, I think we already knew that. Because, it turns on and everything. It just doesn't want to read the disc. So, these are both Samsung drives. Let's see what the lasers are. I'm probably just going to go ahead, because I don't think... Let's keep looking at this guide. Let's see what the capacitors it thinks to replace are. If they're just like surface mount electrolytics, then... This is for something else. This thing definitely needs a new fan. It's so loud. Okay, that's a socketed... Okay, they are surface mount capacitors. This is if you're... Okay, and he just takes all the surface mount ones off and puts regular ones on, which, you know what, screw it. Here, I can show you what I'm looking at. Let's see here. It's still trying to translate the page for me. Yeah, all these are working fine. Yeah, repair the GD-ROM PCB, replace caps, replace component BA59. So 5.1 and 5.2 is what we want. I actually found this just this is someone's WordPress site, so some guy did this in France, and this is now the 3rd Reddit article I've seen that's linked to this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 capacitors. And he just replaces them with electrolytics. So we can try this. I don't think... Do I have 100 microfarad capacitors? That seems like a weird value to have. I might have replacement surface mount ones like that. Where are my capacitors? Here they are. No, I have hundreds. I have hundreds. At least it says I should. Yeah, I do. What voltage do they need to be at? Does he say? 16 at most. Okay, what I have the lowest are 16, so that'll be fine. That will be fine. So maybe we do just take both of these boards out and recap them, and then see if we read this then before we go ahead and just buy new lasers. How hard is it to get into this thing? Looks like the power supply has to come out, and then we're able to get to it. What? Did you say something, Sierra? Okay, we got power off. Is there any other screws in the power board? Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I got caps, so okay, something else is definitely holding this in. What is it? Did I miss one? Oh, there's a little clip. Little clip. There it goes. And then so what we can do is we take this, we replace caps on one of these boards, and if it works, well, if it works, then we'll just do the other one. But if it doesn't work, then we can take the other laser and put it in this one and see if it works. And that will rule out both of them. Let's see how okay, that just connects via a connector. So now we can flip this over and reveal more screws on the, oh, you still are staring at, I'll get better at that eventually, I swear. Okay. Now how does this come apart? Oh. There's two more screws yet. Under this felt. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm a little slow. Okay, so we got all these screws out. Now this will come off. This is like some sort of glue on here that holds this in. Okay, and here are the caps they're telling us about. So the internet said that it could be this chip or it could be these caps. But on this one, it does attempt to read. This one actually spins up really fast, which apparently is indicative of the laser being bad. But we can replace these caps, and which is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it wants us to do them all, no? Yeah, it does. But it just tells us what values they should be. Okay. Easy peasy. So this is free, right? We still got some cableage going around on this side. Okay, we got one more screw. One more screw. Because I really just want to take this board over there. I don't want to take all this junk with it. So what's holding this board on? Anything? Plastic clip or something? What is it? This plastic thing is definitely clipped on somehow. This side lifts up. We're not connected here, so... Am I missing a screw? Is there a screw on this board I'm not seeing? I don't think so. Okay. I think it was literally just pressure holding it on. Okay, and there is those two cables that are holding me in. Holding me up. They are these cables that connect to the disk drive itself. We're going to pull those out like so. Okay, now we got a freed board. Freed board. And before we do the soldering, you're going to have to give me a minute. Because I just got the cable I need to make it so you guys can see my solder bench, and we are going to try it. It's in this box. So I'll just do full face cam for a little bit. So I found, hello E.T., how are you? Welcome in. I found that I couldn't do two cams on the same like on just a USB hub, because it just wasn't strong enough to do that. Like my USB port couldn't handle that much, like two cams on the same port, because the computer I use for stream is just really crappy. Okay, but if I got a hub on a different port and put the other camera on that one, maybe it would work. So least make it so you can hear me through that while I'm messing with this. That probably sounds awful compared to the other one, but at least you can hear me now. Let's see here. Is it seeing the... Yeah, it doesn't see it. Why not? If I give this back to just the port, is it gonna see it? If so, that really sucks. No, it's gone still. Yo, what's up? I'm just not seeing my... Oh, there it is, desktop microphone. Okay, now if I put it back into the hub, is it gonna work still? Let's see. Into the hub. Hub goes into the port. And you guys can hear me? Yeah. Okay, it's not... That doesn't want to work with the hub. That really sucks, but that's okay. What I'll do is for this stream, until I figure why that's not working, I'll just plug this in like this, and then that should see that one, and if I go to this cam, it's going to be black, but if I switch it to something else and back, we should have the solder bench cam, and we do. Okay. Oh, we do have to turn the solder bench on. There we go. Hey, Angry Yank, how are you? Yeah, I bought. Here, I can do this. So here's my problem. I have a hub that I have both my cameras plugged into, the one for this bench and the one for that bench. This computer will not recognize them both at the same time, and I figured, okay, if that's the case, then it's probably because I have them hubbed. So I'll get a hub for the USB-C port, and I'll put one of them on this hub, and I'll put the other one on a different hub. And still, well, actually, I don't know if it works, because when I put the audio on this hub, the audio is it's just gone. It doesn't see my microphone at all. Yeah. So I know I can't share the same hub, but if I don't know if the USB-C port uses a different what's the word I want? USB driver, USB, like each port should have its own thing. But for some reason, this USB-C port, I just get no data out of it. But it also could be that this is just a really cheap hub, and that USB-C only it's only for charging or something. Like, I didn't look into that. But it sees a device pop up when I plug the microphone in, but it does not register it as anything else. So, anyways, we're gonna try to take all of these. There we go. This is our board for our Dreamcast, and we're gonna try to take the caps off and recap it. We're gonna recap it, and I'm gonna get you more situated to watch that process. Because we could be doing better here. Let's see. No, that's worse. Ah, there we go. That's better. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is this laptop's only got three USBs, one C and two 3.0, regular USBs. So I'm really limited in what I can work with here. Anyways, we're gonna take these off, and then we're gonna use that chart we found to figure out what ones we need to put back on. But for now, this is when you guys get to judge my my soldering skills here. All right. And I hate surface mount because I always do all my work with these picks. Yeah, and if you can't hear me very good, I apologize. It's because I need to move the mic over here. I need like an ability to see chat from over here, but I don't have one. I can move the microphone. I can, because I just bought this long-ass cable to do that. I can make it so I can be heard, but I just really can't read what you guys are saying unless I turn around at the moment, which sucks. But I did buy a long-ass cable. Oh, actually, this might solve my problem, because if I wait for it, let's see if I plug this in here. We're gonna experiment one more time. I'm sorry. Okay, I still have voice audio. All right, so this is good. And I can just run this over here like that. I could just clip this on myself, to be honest. Okay, you gotta tell me. Angry Yank, thank you. I'm glad this saves chat. I'm definitely gonna look at that later. I appreciate that. Do I sound okay, by the way? Am I too loud, too quiet? I'm gonna clip this on my shirt. If that's too loud, tell me. I feel like I'm really loud. If I'm too loud, just let a brother know. Let a brother know. So usually I'll just hit these guys with like that. But I'm so bad at surface mount stuff. I need to get better. Let's see. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh yeah. Tin my iron real fast. Beware the USB version. Thank you. I will check it out. Okay, let me look real fast. Yeah, he did all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He did a total of 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a few more. So he took them all off. We'll do the same thing. We'll see if this helps us at all. It might not. Our laser still just might not work. But we would have then a recapped board that we can test in all of our Dreamcasts to see if the issue is board related or not. Which is very helpful in this part of the troubleshooting. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to get our hundreds at 16. So I have surface mount ones I could use, but I really don't want to because I hate them. And this guy in the guide just used electrolytic, through hole caps. And that's probably what I'm gonna do, not gonna lie. So all of these over here were 100s. So 100, 100, 100, 100. Just gotta rip the paper off them. So we need 7 100s and 3 47s. 47s. Yep. 1, 2, 3 47s. And we got our side cutters here. And we're just going to add a good amount of, if any of these look like they really don't have a lot to work with, we're going to add a lot to their pads. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really a lover of the chisel tip. I always use chisel tips because I'm a psychopath, I guess. I don't know. But let's see, how did he do this? Did he do these a certain way so it fits in the case? Not really. Not really. He just sat them on there, which is what I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that we can use this, we can still connect on this connector with these in here, because that would be unfortunate. Which is this good for? This bottom one? Yeah, this is good for this bottom one. So there's that. And then we're going to do some, we're going to give ourselves some leg here on this one. And do a little lean-to experiment here. Something like that. Cut this leg a little shorter. Add a few more here. Let's see, can I bend this in a way that's going to make it work? Bend this one out a little more. It should. And then this one goes back a little bit more. Like that. Yep, that is definitely soldered. I tell you what, if I was, yeah, I just call this a chisel. It's just like I don't know what tip this is. I'm pretty sure it came with this kit, and it was like one of the the only ones I had at the time, and I just used the shit out of it, and I'm just so used to it now. You know how it goes? And I just feel like I don't want to switch off of it now because I'm just so used to it. That is right, like this. Can I do something here like that? Oh yeah, just like that. Paint that on there, baby. That's on there good. And then these two bottom ones were, oh, almost put that in the wrong place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll probably just do these this way because that'll be really easy. No, I won't because that's the wrong way around. This way. This way. Does that give me enough room to solder the other one on if I do it like right there? Yeah, it does. Like that. Okay, and now we just need to do these 4.7s, or that's what they were, right? 4.7s or 47s? Right here. That's negative on that side, yup. Boom, and then this one, and or these two. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total. Knife tip, huh? That's probably the actual name. I don't know the actual names. I ordered my PS controller stand today. Aw, sick, dude. My brother, we have always been, well, I take that back. When we were really young, we had PS3s. Like, I don't know why my dad made us a PlayStation family. I don't mind that. I loved our PlayStation. Well, I tell you what. I probably know the main reason we're a PlayStation family, and it's because there's no way back in the day that my dad was paying for us to play online. So being able to pay to play online for free was like, oh yeah, we're getting a PlayStation. Like, you kidding me? I'm not paying for that. So us as kids knew, like, if we got an Xbox, most, like, our birthday present every year was just going to be like Xbox Gold for the next year, and we didn't want to do that, right? So we
we got a PlayStation 3, and all my friends had Xboxes though. So in high school, I ended up buying myself an Xbox, and but now that we're older, like my brother bought a PS5. He did not buy the new Xbox. He bought a PS5, and he loves it. He loves that thing. He's like, I'll never go back, even though it doesn't really matter anymore because it sounds like Microsoft's never going to make another console again, from what I understand. Seems like they're pretty much done. They're pretty done with making new consoles, so. Yep. When I was really little, I mean, I guess you could say my technically my first console was just playing the SNES that my dad had, but the first one that was like actually ours, that was like, hey, we bought this for you, was a GameCube, and God, we loved that GameCube. We played that thing till it died, man. Loved it. Okay, the next big question is going to be, firstly, let's make sure all these are the right way around. Make sure our feet are attached. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, these two are not. These two are totally backwards. Because they flip it on me here. They don't make it easy, do they? Let's actually shorten this one's leg so that we can fit him in here like this. That's why you always got to do a quality control check. Always. Especially when I'm doing math in public like this. Well, at least in college, that's what my professor would call it. When he would do, problems on the board. Dude, you do shit in public, you might have done it at home a million times. You do it in public, you're going to fuck it up. Okay, that seems solid. Alright, let's see how this will do. So that's right around, that's right way around. Yup, yup, yup. Did I do this one backwards? Yep, I did. Okay. All these are on here now. All of my legs are good. Good solder on those. We didn't accidentally pick up any other components, right? Come on, tell me I'm good. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. The thing that, like I said, the thing that brought it home for us was like, hey, we're not going to have to pay for Xbox, or we're not going to have to pay for an online service every year or every month. Yeah, we're definitely getting a PlayStation. No question about that. Once we realized that little fact, it was over. The debate was over. Okay. Let me get you guys set back up here, back on the regular bench. That's going to take me a minute because I want to get this board sat okay and make sure that this is going to work for us. That is not long enough. That is not the baby. Oh, there's all the rest of that cable. Come on out of there. Pull that through. All right, sick. Okay, now how did this sit down here? How was this, like, held in? It had screws in it. I'll give it that. Okay, let's get this switched over. Graphics-wise, PS and Xbox are pretty close to performance. Features-wise, yeah, I agree. I agree, 100%. Oh, since we switched that there, if I do... this isn't being used anymore, so I can unplug that. What if I plug this in, and I plug this in here? Will it work? Okay, so if I do this, and we got to go to desk cam and properties, and I think that's right. No? Hey! Okay, so that one's working. This one's working. If I go over to solder bench, is this one working? Oh my god, we got them both working at once. It is a frickin' Christmas miracle. Okay, let me put... This is gonna be loud, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this back up here. I'm not gonna throw it around anymore. Maybe. Okay. Alright. Like that. Okay. And we're gonna go back to this mode. And we got our board here. And this was sitting on top. Right? Yeah. Like this. Yep. And we're gonna line all that stuff up there. And we're gonna put those screws back in, man. And it was all of these ones. Well, we're just going to put enough in that it's not going to fall apart on us, because we just want to test it, right? We don't know if it's going to work yet. We just want it to work, we just want it to be held together enough to not fall apart. Oh, come on. There we go. There it wants it. Okay. So that's enough to hold this case on. Why are you being all tight again? Okay, there we go. So now we can put this back. And I think that's connected on there. Yeah, it is. So that's connected on there. And we can put this back. And this was sitting up here like so. And we can see if this did shit. Or if this was a total waste of time. But if, let's say this didn't do anything... That's okay. We're going to take this and we're going to try it in our other machine, in our other Dreamcast, and see if we can fix that Dreamcast with this. Yeah, these are the ones that I'm not selling them for the shop, but I am fixing them for the shop. This is the first time he's given me Dreamcast to work on. Now, I've worked on Dreamcast in the past, just on my own. I had a few that I modded with the GD whatever, or the GDEME, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a thing that lets you play like every game known to man that they made on the Dreamcast, but just from an SD card. Those things are really cool. So I've done those before.
but I never did one of these for him. But yes, this is for the shop. That is correctamundo. Okay, so that's all plugged in. Now we just need to plug this in, and let's see, for one, if we somehow broke this console. And if not, and the magic smoke doesn't come out, we'll see if it reads a disc now. And that would be so cool. So, this screen, well, it still turns on. That's good. What's going on? Hey, it's reading the disc. It's reading the disc. Would you believe it? The capacitor fixed it. Well, let's not get too... We still could, this is farther than we ever got before. We still might need to dial in that laser a bit. It sounds like hell. Okay, so that is definitely farther than we got before. But before I mess this up anymore, let's make sure everything else is how it should be, because we're still just rocking with one. Yeah, we do. So I don't know if you guys know any better than me, and my research is very limited in this, so you probably do, but let's see what I have this voltage at. It said I needed to be anywhere from 1,000 to 800 ohm, like that was the range, and let's see what I got this guy at. I wish I would never messed with him to begin with, now that I know that I could have just replaced the capacitors on the logic board and got it to work again, but well, that's not what I want. I wanted that first option. Yeah, that one. So it is at 780. 780. So that's right near what it was originally. Move that a little bit over. So the next thing I want to do, I hate these ribbon cables too, because I always feel like I break them when I bend the shit out of them. Let's get this back together how it should be. So we're gonna put this back on here, pull this all off, and let's get all the screws back in this so that it's happy again. So it had 950. Okay, I'm gonna up mine to about that then. I'm listening to you on this one, Angry Yank. We're going, because I don't know, I've never really done Dreamcast lasers. I'll come out of there, screw. Don't fight me. Don't be like that. I gotta do this here so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Wow, I messed up that. Nah, come here. Well, we can pull this off now. Pull this off. There was a screw down in here. There's that one right there. Okay. And then this goes on. And we had one here. And we had one in this corner. stop trying to go in sideways. Stop. There you go. And we had one on this side, I'm pretty sure. Let's get that on there right. Right there. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Because then when we put this... No, we definitely had one right here as well. Is that this one? Yeah. That guy right there. He'll go in straight. Come on, going straight. There it goes. Alright. So that's all of that. That's all back together now. Right, yeah. Did that go to this? Yeah. He went right here. Okay. I think that's all. Okay, and that sits like that. And then we'll put this in. Well, let's make that adjustment and see if we can get it to right about where you say, which is 750 to 1,000. So we should be reading in that range, you say, Angry. We should at least be reading. It just might take longer. Stop telling me it's 0. No, it ain't damn 0. Okay, we're at 690 now, so that's too low. So let me up it a tiny bit. See where that's at. Okay, that's 800 even. So let's start at 800. I know you said Sony's, but we'll start this one at 800 and see what happens. Let's see what it's got. I still worry about this ribbon cable that I've just bent it too much. And then that would go on top, but we're not done yet, so let's not put that back on top. Let's plug it in. Let's give it a display. Let's give you guys a display. Let's get past this stupid screen. Let's give it the game again. This game is pretty rough, as I've said multiple times now. Let's clean the laser for good measure. Clean the laser. Get some isopropyl alcohol on it here. Clean it off, because we've been handling it. Alright, that looks good. Put the disc on. Let's read that disc again. Okay, it's still doing the same thing where it like speeds up, it brings the laser guide all the way out, reads the very edge of the disc, then goes all the way back in, and does it over and over and over again. So maybe we still just need a new laser. It's at least recognizing a disc now. It's like revs up, revs down, revs up, revs down. Oh, and it gave up. So it knows it's a game. It knows it should be playing a game. If I hit play, it tries to start the game. Yeah. And I watch the eye go from all the way to the edge. Oh. Hey, there, got it. Can you frickin' believe it? Let's see if it can actually get in the game. Yeah. Okay, Yank, what does that tell you? Does that tell you we're a little high? So we're at 800 on the nose. Maybe we want to knock it back. So, should I... Do you think I should up the ohms? Up it to 900 or so? Is it actually loading or is it frozen? It's always a great question, right? 820? Man, how do you make such a small adjustment like that? That's crazy. That's like a micrometer. Alright, anyways, we're going to take the disc out. Turn it off. 820, he says. 820. And every time I do this, I have to take this ribbon cable out, which I fucking hate. Because I feel like one of these times is going to be the last time that that ribbon cable is going to want to come out. And that's going to be GG. That ribbon cable is just going to give up life. Alright, let's see how I did. I did way too much. Alright, 880. 880? I think that's what it was when we started. Oh, at least the other one was. It was around 880. That's what I got for you. That's what we're trying now. So we went from 800 to 880. We're going to plug that back in there again. Okay, we're back to doing the cycle bullshit, where it's going the full length over and over again. Yeah, it's going... It's going all the way up to the end here. And then going all the way in. And then... Oh, they gave up. Yeah, it's doing it again. let's see. These will read movies and shit too, right? Or not movies, I'm sorry. CDs. These will read CDs, right? Where did it fucking go? I have a CD, and I was using that earlier because my Dreamcast disc is really bad. But if you don't think that's a problem and we should just keep trying, then we'll just keep trying. So, alright. Which version is this? Of what? Dreamcast? The laser is an R4 8G 147. R4 8G 147. That's a laser, right? Laser. Okay. Okay. So let's tweak it back down then, because it did not like 880. Let's tweak it back down. Alright, let's see what that is. And of course, we did that just in time for my multimeter to go to sleep. Oh, I also got a new multimeter that should be able to display on stream. I haven't hooked it up yet. I'm excited about that too. Alright, 760. 760. Let's try that. Okay. Tony Hawk, going on. Roger that. Roger that, Angry. Hey, it seems happy at 760. That was a quick read. Okay, will we get past this loading screen this time? I might have just given up too early. I don't know how long these consoles usually take to load. But this disc is also scratched to hell, so yeah, I think we're almost done here. Yeah, I don't hear the laser doing anything. Once we get to this loading screen, it just kind of locks up. Let's see if it actually loads though. This might be where they take a smidge. Oh yeah. Is this ever gonna actually load? I don't think it is, to be honest. Because I don't hear the laser isn't seeking anywhere on the disc. It's just sitting here like this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna document that. Because I think in this guy that we got to do next, I think it's the same version. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get past this because this disc is so scratched up. I think it's getting stuck at this loading screen because it can't access the data that it needs to move on. But I think that's a good test. I don't think it's the laser's fault that we're stuck here. I think it's the disk fault. Because, I don't have any other games. That's all I got. Okay, it's playing this. Yeah, okay. Laser's fine, I agree. Yeah, it's playing... It's playing this, this... Yeah, it's playing the... It's playing the music just fine. Okay. Yo, what's up, 8-bit? Hey, 8 bits is all you need, brother. 8 bits is all you need. I got my Atari hoodie on. This Dreamcast shit, man, too many bits. Too many. Don't need them. Don't. Sheesh. I almost didn't need it so much I wanted to throw it off the damn desk. Okay, so there's a screw here. There's a screw back here. We had a screw right here. And a screw right here. Ah, come on. Get in there. Alright. Look at that. Let's give this one the nice lid, considering it works now. And then it's got to have this thing on the side. Well, we got to put those screws in first. No, Angry, you're fine, man. I appreciate it. You guys are really helping me be a better tech because, like, I probably, before I started doing the streaming stuff, I probably would have said, yeah, these need new lasers, man. You need to get new lasers. Order them for me. I'll put them in. But, like, no. It didn't need a new laser. This laser's fine. It just needed, it just needed an adjustment and new capacitors on its board. And the fact that you guys make me want to check everything first, kind of keep me, here, let's change. Keep me in check. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. It's got some deep caverns and... Okay. that over there. Let's try the game again. I always try the game after I put all the screws back in, because I have, like, seen God knows how many times where I'll get all the screws back in and then it won't work again. And nothing is worse than that. Nothing's worse than that. Alright, we're still golden. We're still reading the disc. Okay, I think we can call this one good. We can call this one good. Now, Angry, you don't think this is something weird? Like, I've seen this in PS2s, where, like, you read the disc, and... Let me get past this loud noise so you can actually hear me. You're golden, laser's fine, yeah. I've seen times where we get to, like, this point in the PS2, and it freezes like this, and that's because of something wrong with the motherboard. But you don't think that's the case. You think this is just, well, I'll take it to the game store and put an actual good disc in here and see if we can get past, and see how far we can get in the game. That's the only real way to know, I guess. I just hate that this never loads. Maybe I gotta take this one apart. We're gonna leave this one here and see if it ever gets past the screen. I don't know if it will. It's probably my disc. Probably my disc. But, I don't know. Yeah. I won't even make you guys watch that. Why would you want to watch that? Desk face. Yep. Alright, let's do the other one and see if it fixes this one too. So we got 2 screws in the power board. And then we just gotta pull that clip out. Come on, clip. There you go. Like that. Oh, yeah. Now out it comes. And then we got 3 screws on this. And then this whole thing should come up, and it does. And then we flip this over and we take one, yeah, okay, I'll check that out. I'll get a better game. I'll probably go to the game store and see if he'll just sell me a better game. Like, he's probably got a cheap game I could use. Gotta peel this off, or get underneath it. No. Well, that ripped. Oh well. We just won't be putting this fuzz back on. What is this fuzz supposed to do anyway? Let's be real. Taped on fuzz. Taped on fuzz. Yeah. He usually gives me sports games to do that with just because, you know, they're the cheapest ones. Like, he's not going to give me a expensive-ass game to test this with, right? I'll trade him in this Tony Hawk game, and he can give me whatever game he wants. Is that what that is? Keeping the dust out, huh? Okay. Sorry, I keep coughing. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh, we're still plugged into the laser. Let's remedy that. And then we need to disconnect from the motors. These motors here need to go away. Like so. So pull that out, and then the whole drive should be a hell of a lot easier to pull this down like that. And we can disconnect both of these cables, and here's our board that we need to take the capacitors off of. And now I can switch to solder bench. How freaking cool is that I can do that now? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, let me get you that information, Yank. Let me get it to you. Let me clip this on myself. Okay, so this laser is a R48G148. So yes, it is the same. Yes. So we want it at, what did we say we got it to? 760? Right around there. Anyways, we're going to recap this board. Oh, shit. Do I have enough of those caps to even do this board? I don't know if I have enough. We might have to... I think I used them all. Because I have these on tape. But these are 4.7s. Okay, let's see. I might have surface mounts to do this. But I really hate doing that. I really don't want to do surface mounts. Do I have any in my grab bin here? It's not going to be enough to do it, I don't think. That looks like it could be one. No. I mean, I have surface mount ones to replace them. We can give it a shot. I'm really bad at doing these, though. I'm so bad at doing these. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Okay, let's get all these guys off. Yeah, I think this is a bad disc, so I don't want to listen to this. Yeah, shit. I'm sorry if that's loud as hell when I drop it. I'm trying to clip this on my hoodie and it's not cooperating. Yeah, that's still loading. It's never going to load. Let's just turn that off because it's super loud. Solder bench. Okay. Let's take all these caps off. You guys see okay? Yeah. It's okay. His ears are just bleeding. Well, if they're only bleeding, then I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's fine.
Okay, that side's up. And there we go. Boom. There it goes. Just gotta watch pressing down on this because this guy's still down here. We don't want to break him off. Okay. So. If we're going to put new ones on, right, we need to clean these pads off completely. So that the new ones will lay flat. You get that one and all. There we go. Okay. So, okay. We got one more to get off. Okay. So wish us luck here, because I'm really bad at doing these. I hate doing these surface mount ones, bro. I hate it. So we're gonna put flux on this. All right, and we're gonna just touch this on, and then We're going to give it some solder. And then do the same over there. That seems good. Yeah. Well, honestly, the hardest part for me is over. What I tend to do the most is pull too early when I'm desoldering and lift the pads. So we got past that part. So we're doing pretty good so far. Well, that one didn't go so good. There we go. Okay. We're kicking ass. We're kicking ass. These bottom ones are 10s. Get this untangled here. My solder's tangling. Okay, I need more. I didn't give myself enough. These 100 at 16, and let me double check the link I was looking at. I think it's fine that these are all at 16 volts. Yeah, the highest you need is 16. So these are all out. These are all with good on spec. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's all the 16s. Now we just need the 47s, and the 47s just need to be 6.3 volt. So the smallest ones I have for 47 are Well, those don't look small enough. Yeah, those are too big. Okay, so we might do a mix here, because I have 47s in stock of of these guys. I might do 47s of these, just electrolytic, not service mount, and the other ones will be service mount, because I don't have the right size to do the 47 surface mount. This is only 3 of them though. Okay. So those are both the right way around. One to go. Always want to bend the legs the wrong frickin' way. Okay. That. Alright. Yes, yes. There we go. Okay. All right. There it is. Yeah, I tried my best to lay them flat. And all of our service mount ones are facing the right way. Yes, yes. Yeah, ground is where the right way around. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to this cam. No, wrong cam. This cam. Wish I could stop coughing. We're gonna move these screws over here. We're gonna keep one just to put this in the case. And the first thing we're gonna do is reconnect our cableage here. And this is for the motor and stuff on the drive. Ah, come on. Don't be a pain in my ass. Just go in. The other one wasn't a pain in my ass. There we go. And then we'll pull that cable through. Put it over here under this foot. Under the other foot. And then the laser will, that will sit on top. Now you put this back on, and we're gonna just put like a few screws in it just so it doesn't fall apart while we're testing. Testing and calibrate time. Yes, sir, you got it. That's what we're gonna do. So get that to go in how it should. Put one in there. Board's not wanting to line up on this side. There we go. All right. That's at least one screw on each side, so it's not going to come apart. Then we will place this right in, and then we're going to put that piece of plastic back down, like that. Put the motherboard back in. Hook our power back up. Put our ribbon cable back into our laser. Actually, first, I want to see what I have this at. Now that we know what it should be, because I was just tweaking it around like a idiot and not looking up what it should be. And let's see what I got it at. Let's see how far off I got it. We liked it at 760. Let's try to get it back there. 730. 730. That's pretty close. Let's try it. Let's try it at 730. I might have not messed with this one very much. That might have been what it was when we started. Anyways. Okay. So we're going to take the game out of that one. Oh, that turned on right away. Turn you back off. Calm down, brother. We're not ready yet. Now we're ready. So the laser did move, but it's not fast spinning the disc like it should. Let's cycle it real quick. Okay, so we're at the main screen now. Okay, it is fast spinning the disc. It just says insert. Okay, let's adjust it up. Like Yank just said, that is a little low. So okay, let's see what it is now. Yeah, let's see here. $775. $775. Okay, let's get past the stupid. Let's get to, okay. Okay. It sounds like it's trying to read, but I don't think it is. Yeah. Might just need a new laser. Might just need one. I could check my capacitors. Hi, Mitchsona. How are you? I could just check my, like you're not seeing it shine through, you mean? Like the laser dot? Here, I can give you a full cam of that if you want. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I do see a laser in there, but it's very faint. Let's see if it'll read the... Will it read the CD? Sounds like it's struggling really hard. Okay. What do you think, Yank? If it doesn't, it's power, you think. So you still don't think it just needs a new laser? You're not in that mindset yet, huh? Well, let's check voltages. We'll check those voltages coming into the board. Let me do... why do I always fuck this up? Yeah. So voltages into the board. This is 12 volt. That's 1232. We got 3.3 and 5 volt on the 5 volt line. So those powers look good, but you're saying maybe I should recheck my work on the surface mount capacitors. You think I got a bad connection on one of those surface mount capacitors? Totally could have. Totally could have. And that's why it was pretty dim. It was pretty dim. But to be fair, I thought the one on the other one was pretty dim too. Let go, let go. We didn't put any screws in this, right? God damn, this doesn't want to let up. There we go. Okay, we didn't put any screws in that either, so this whole thing will come out. This is the only place we put a few screws back, was in this case. Yeah. Yeah, we might order a new laser for this one. Let me go to the solder bench. Let's go to solder bench. And I'm gonna check my solder job here. Make sure all these look like they're making good connection everywhere. I need to view it under the microscope really, but we'll just probably put some flux on all of these and flow them. Make sure they're making good connections. This is probably like not the problem at all, but I am so sketched out when I use these surface mounts because I always fuck it up that I am totally thinking that that's the problem. And all of our regular caps, none of them are backwards. All their legs are touching. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, dim, bright, dim, and then you'll see data. Okay. Having you in here angry is like having a better version of ChatGPT at my disposal. I cannot thank you enough. I probably wouldn't have even gone to the effort of attempting the recap for that other one if I didn't stream and go, you know what, we're streaming, we might as well go all the way on this, you know. Make sure that's seated good. It is. Okay, yeah, this goes in first before the power supply goes back. So that's going to sit right like that. We're going to clean that laser again because I had my grimy hands all up in there. Probably should have done this the first time. But let's just clean that. Like that. Oh yeah, and angry, if there's something that makes you angry about something I'm doing, please call me out and say, you probably should do it this way. Doesn't mean I have to take your advice, of course, but I most likely will, and it's probably something, because I don't have any formal training in this, probably just something I've always done that I am just ignorant to. So, and if you have that much experience on this stuff, I would much rather you tell me I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Then continue doing it wrong forever. Right? Okay, let me see if I can see it change. So I see a laser, and I see the laser move up and down, looking for a disc. I don't know if I see it change in brightness of said laser as it's doing it, but I definitely see... this laser doesn't seem to move on the track. Let's see if it's having trouble moving the track. If I push it back, does it move back? Oh yeah, it does. So it knows where it's at. It just never goes to the outside of the disc at all. It just stays on the inside of the disc. It is moving a tiny bit back and forth, but it's also making a really loud chattering noise when it's trying to read the disc. And then once it gives up, it spins fast. Does that make any sense? Like once the screen goes away that says, like, I give up. Yeah, laser's dying. Okay, let's, what did I say this was? It is a, this is an R48G148. R48G148. Does someone sell these? R48G148. When I Google that, nothing even comes up for a actual. So what if I just do Dreamcast laser? Try the laser from the other console. True. True, true, true. True, true, true. Okay. That's a lot of screws, though, Angry. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot of screws. I feel like I just want to buy the laser and see what happens. See, this is me being lazy. Wait a second here. Let me get you to computer cam. Okay, most times when it's whining like that, the laser's dying from a bad PCB power regulator. So where is, okay, where am I at here? I'm at my desk. Okay, so this power regulator, is that found on this PCB? On the one that we plug in here? Or is it found on the lower PCB? Let's see if I see anything about this in this. Oh, okay. I see. It's that guy, huh? That guy? One of these? Or something like that. Okay. You know what? We're streaming. I'm not gonna be lazy. We will swap them and we will see what happens. We will swap them, we will see what happens. Because why not? Then we can say that this is a working Dreamcast board and it's the laser's fault, and we can buy the laser. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. What else do they say? I don't know. Anyways. So we'll take... I'm running out of places to put shit. Take this one apart. Okay, so that board is out. We're going to put that over here. Then we're going to take this one back apart. So that's going to come out. This screw's going to come out. This screw's going to come out. And this is where I have to use this tool because that one's too fat. Fat shaming my tools again. Can't believe it. Can't believe I would do something like that to my poor tools. Yeah, what laser do we need though? Because when I Google what I told you, the R whatever, it does not come up with a laser on Google. it comes up with like absolutely nothing. By the way, I think I am just going to, I don't know if I want to do this because this is a working console and I don't want to fuck it up. I did miss a screw though, so I didn't want to take this off anyways and put this screw back in. Right there. But I really don't want to take this one out. I mean, this one works, man. I don't want, like, this isn't mine. It's the game store's. I think I'm just going to order the laser. Yeah, I understand, Yank. But, here. Like, okay, Dreamcast laser, right? Like, if I Google, what is the one, what do we have now? What did I tell you it was? If I sit here and I Google R48G underscore 148, so this isn't, so this guy references it, but that's all I can find. GD starts and stops the Sega screen. Sometimes it goes into BIA screen. Backup CDs work. The Dreamcast is... So this does have a model on the front of it. So like Dreamcast laser, this says... It says Yamaha. Ours is a Samsung. SPU 3200. Jesus Christ. I don't know. We might be testing this further because I don't think my game store makes more than 60 bucks on these. Or I don't know how much he gets per Dreamcast, but it ain't worth. Check model on its side. Oh. On the side of the laser. Okay, the side of the laser says it's got two stickers on it. And one of them says A4C 0725 165 space E. So that's what one of them says. And the other one says DD 0711 0220. Yeah, that is a yikes. I ain't gonna lie. This is it though, right? I'm pretty sure. This is because this is, let's see what it says down here. Description. Does it say... Well, let's look up... Okay, this is the right one then. Like, what are we looking at on AliExpress? That's our cheapest option probably. Okay. Well, no longer available. Yeah, that's what I frickin' thought. Well, this guy's apparently selling them. See, I see reference to this too. This is Sanyo. Well, then we got a problem because this drive 100% says Samsung. It says 3.3 Samsung on it. Samsung right there. $22. See, this one specifies 17 pin, and I don't know why, but this guy, one of these things we read also said something like that. This one looks funky. What do we think? That connector looks different. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we need a 17 pin, right? This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah, 17 pin. So there's this one that says it's for the Sega Dreamcast. And then there's this one that does not say that, but does say it's for SPU 3200. But this is a hell of a lot cheaper. And it is 17 pins. Oh, did I count wrong? This one's 16, others 17. Oh, you're right, 16p. You're right, it says it right there. And we need the 17 pin. So this is what we need. This $22 item. That's not so bad. It's not like buying them on eBay for $50, I guess. What's shipping, it say? Free shipping. Okay, $22 free ship. Place this laser. It's not so bad. I think Hunter at the game store would go for that. He'd probably want to do this one. So, I can put this most of the way back together. Man. Cut it out. Yeah, if I went up in there and told him, "Yeah, man, it's $50," he would say, "Yeah, I'm not fucking buying it." But I can probably get him to spend $20. I don't blame him either. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it either. Okay. Okay. Let's get these wires back under here. And then that's probably going to be it for me tonight. I'm still fighting some illness. You can hear it because I keep coughing. So I'm probably going to end here early tonight. But we got some shit done, man. We got some shit done. We got one console done. I'm happy about that. And we diagnosed this one. We got this one completely diagnosed down to what's wrong with it. We shouldn't have to take these screws out again. So let's put them all back in. Now that we're pretty confident it is the laser and not... Stop trying to go in sideways. That one really wants to go in sideways. Okay. What was I gonna say? Is that 3-in-1 oil, or is sewing machine oil different than 3-in-1? Because I have 3-in-1. Let me give you a better cam here, since I'm working. Just, yeah, well, Jesus Christ. Pick the right one. Okay, 3-in-1 too heavy. You got it. I'll buy some. I'll buy some. These screws would stop trying to cross thread. Oh my God. There we go. No more cross threading. Okay. So we can put that back together. We can put that back on this one. We can put this one screws back in. I'll do that. I'll be sure to do that. I will order some of that. We'll be using that from now on. All right, at least we have something to show for our work. Yeah, we did. We got one to work. We got this one done. This one, I think we've diagnosed its issue accurately, but we do need a new laser, which is going to cost some monies that I am not able to just spend, so I'm gonna just tell him, and then he will tell me if he wants me to buy it, and I'll probably just buy it, and then he'll just have to pay me back the repair cost plus the laser once I bring it back. Oh my God, screw, come on. Why don't you want to go in there? Put it in that one. That one's being finicky. We'll just put them in there. There we go. There we go. All right. Did we get them all? That's 1, 2, 3 on that. That on that. I only got the 4 screws for that. And I got the 2 screws for this little topper that we don't want to put on yet. I'll probably put these screws in just for safekeeping because they're so tiny. And I don't want to lose them. So I'll just put them in. Because we'll probably be waiting a while for this laser to show up anyways. Let's bag these. Where'd all my little baggies go? I had a thing of little baggies. Oh, it's over here. Okay, and that is this one. We put the nice case on the one that worked. So we're going to put this to the side. And we're going to order that laser. But in the meantime, let's make this one play a game again. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Yeah. There we go. Yay! Let's relish in our one victory tonight. No, she wasn't acting up. The power cord wasn't in all the way. I had a little panic moment. There's a little panic moment there. But we're okay. Aren't we, console? Come on, read the damn disc. There you go. It's doing that sled back and forth thing again now. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do it to me. I'll just give you a quick. Actually, that might still be the disc. Let's just play the CD. Yeah. That played the CD instantly. Instantly. So, take with that what you will. I don't know if I could show you on camera how bad this is. Do I have a full desk? Yeah. See that? Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little rough, huh? Yeah, that's a yikes. That's a yikes. It's a big yikes. Yeah, it's doing it again. It does not want to read this disc, but I don't blame it because it looks like hell. Yeah, there it goes. See, it reads it sometimes. Yeah. The game store I work for does have a machine to resurface them, so I'll take this to him and have it resurfaced. And then I'll either continue using that. What is that squealing? Or something. But anyways, I'd say this is fixed. Yeah, I'm surprised. Me too. That looks like shit. Okay, so I'm gonna take this disc with me when I go. So I'm gonna put this on top of the good one. So next time I go over there, we're gonna take that with me. So now I have a few things to buy. I definitely need that laser for that PS1 laser from that PS1 we did the other day. And I also need to get the Dreamcast laser. So that's 2 lasers. I have another PS2 that was being really stubborn even with a new laser in it. So maybe we look at that another night. Angry, if you're here for that, I'll probably go through those again just because you're so much help to me figuring that out. And if you're around, then maybe we can get it together. Oh, I also got myself... It's not this, is it? No. I got myself a Genesis AV cable, so we can check the Genesis now. What is going on here? This is it, right? Yeah, here's the Genesis cable. Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. So we have some Genesis to test later on. There's one pin in here's bent as hell. I'm trying to get it back. I said, do you have any Genesis ones? And he said, yeah, here you go. He gave me one that's all bent to hell. Okay, but that's it for tonight. I'll put the Dreamcast stuff back in the Dreamcast bin. And we got one console done. Great success. He said he's got another big load of consoles for me coming, and these 2 Genesis were the last 2 from his last load, so we're keeping up with them. I have a bunch of Wiis that he gave me, but so he's got kind of 2 things that we do. Let me just go full face cam because we have kind of 2 things that we do. We have the higher end consoles that he pays me to fix because it's worth it for him to have me fix them. And then we have the lower end consoles that aren't like the amount that it cost him for me to fix it is not worth it to have me fix it because the console's not worth it. So consoles that's true for are like 360s and Xbox, like all the 360 variants, and the Xbox One variants, and the PS3s. So what he does is he just gives them to me. Like I have a box full of Xbox 360s and a box full of PS3s, and then he's like, you can use them for parts for another project, but if you decide I'm gonna fix them, and it's worth it to you to fix them, just sell them back to me. So like it would be like I went into the store and said, I'm selling you this PS3, and he'd say, okay, I give you this much for it. I don't make as much off selling those as I would repairing them, but he doesn't have to pay as much either. So that's kind of the situation. That's kind of the what we got going on. I do the work, the repair work on the higher end consoles, and then he gives me the lower end ones. When I have time, I'll work on them. And if the lower end ones need a part that's really expensive, it's just trash. So, and then I usually end up zombifying like 4 different like PS3s and get 1 PS3 working, or 2 PS3s, get 1 PS3 working, you know, whatever. And then bring it back to him and say, hey, here's a working one. Give me the, I don't know, however much he gives me for PS3s, like $40 or something, 35, something, I don't know. Anyways, whatever he gives me on those. Okay, cool. So, yeah, it's parts, right? Yeah. So, cool, Angry. Another great night. We got something working. We got another thing on the way to being working. We're going to put a new laser in it, and I bet you it comes back to life. Sick. So, I hope you have a great Saturday night, the rest of your night. Okay. Yeah, I had never seen one of the early PS3 Slims until he had one, the game store, and he said, hey, I know you asked me to see what this looks like. Here's what it looks like. I didn't realize it looks nothing like what most of the Slims look like. Like, all the rest of the Slims look the same, but the early board Slims look completely different. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, which will probably be tomorrow night sometime. I don't know. I'll probably stream again tomorrow night. We'll see. Okay. Thanks again for your help, Angry. Yep, we'll see you on the next one. All right. Have a good night. Man, my throat's killing me. Oh, come on, computer. You can do it.